look anywhere in a hospital, you are seeing a relative proportion of people who are sick are leaning much more towards a younger group. And that's not surprising.
And kids under 12 are still not eligible for a COVID shot, and that means they could be most at risk of infection.
And this is a big shift from earlier in the pandemic when the elderly were the most vulnerable. So take a look at the numbers here in Clark County when it comes to kids with COVID and hospitalization. From May 31st until today, 933 cases of kids under 4 with the virus. 16 of those were hospitalized.
And kids ages 5 to 17, more than 4,300 cases, 27 in that group hospitalized. And those numbers were taken before children across the valley returned to the classroom full time.
And one local hospital says it's already seeing more children go to the ER with COVID-19 with even more severe symptoms.
We are starting to see now sicker children in the emergency department. May until now, a 70 to 80% increase.
The emergency room at Sunrise Children's Hospital has been busier with kids with COVID-19.
So they're getting sicker. They're not getting sicker to the point where an overwhelming number have to be admitted. We're not knowing exactly what we should expect, especially with the Delta variant.
Dr. Todd Zimmerman is the medical director of Sunrise Children's Hospital Emergency Room and Pediatrics Affiliated. Staff expect even more cases as kids return to school. Fortunately, bed space is good, unlike in some parts of the country like Florida and Texas, where pediatric units are overflowing. It's still unknown how the raging Delta variant affects children differently.
In 2020, that had COVID, the occasional very sick child, seeing more in tune with a common cold. With the Delta variant, it is safe to say that we are seeing an uptick in the number of patients in the ER. We're being very cautious. We are expecting that we will see sicker patients. We're all very well prepared for what may come.
Dr. Zimmerman says among kids 12 and older, those with a vaccine have milder symptoms than those without. For those children who are still not eligible for a shot and are going back to school,
really good hand washing. If a child is able to wear a mask, have the children play outside more rather than congregating indoors.
So Sunrise Hospital says many families are bringing in their kids to get a COVID test, even if they're not very sick. The hospital says families should go to public sites for where you can get your child a test. We have the whole list on our website, fox5vegas.com.